Yeah, well, going everyone, Sandra Uchiha here. So, better late than never, but we're finally tackling episode 179 of the Boruto anime, and it should be interesting because based on the preview that I remember, we should be getting a number of the Kara members making an appearance for this episode. So, yeah. But of course, if you missed my live stream, because this should be going up early in the morning more than likely. But yeah, if you missed my live stream and review for Boruto manga chapter 53, definitely check those out. The Sasuke abuse, trust me, the Rene gone is real. So yeah, but again, respect for tuning in. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. Definitely hit that like button and that subscribe button, helps me out. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. All that cliche YouTube jazz and blues, we know it already. So yeah, but again, thanks for tuning in, and let's get into the reaction. Boy Victor, soon dead. Oh wow, it's the blimp. Well, at the end of the day, there's only a limited amount of time that your cells can regenerate. So, and they say time and time again, even in the series here. So, it would make sense. Ooh, I'm liking the visual right there. Looking very digital. A curse monk to extend his life. Okay, that's interesting. I kind of like the frustration with Victor, because it's really gonna show him falling out with Kara, even though we know how he's going to die anyway. Ooh, this is a nice visual. One is the best girl Delta. Call it a fly drive. Okay, yeah, I know. People are complaining about the art, but it's not that bad. Delta just hit everybody, dog. I'm still like get used to Amaro in this art style because in beard it does look thicker than usual. You probably should just put everything up and call it a day. Man, have him wine. Like, we still need to find out why the plan is so instrumental for the other Kara members, though. That's the next thing. You know what I mean? Alright, we're setting up. Setting up chapter 16 content. Amado beard just look extra thick, dog, for some reason. Yo, that audio, that soundtrack. Delta just wild, brother. Yo, man, this track what I play right now. Yo, the audio tracks. Man, it they've been doing a good job at that. But I'm loving this new track going into the arc, this arc as well. Caution, Koji. G and just look bored, brother. Honestly, man, just like, when is this plan gonna be completed? Jeez. Alright guys, welcome back. So that was episode 179 of the Boruto anime, and I must say it was actually a pretty decent episode, as the anime should be doing, but especially in the case of Boruto, this episode continues the trend of building and giving us more context for the events that are to come from the manga, while I believe, doing an excellent job at stalling for time to allow the manga to build up at the same time. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty decent episode. I thought it was a interesting experience seeing the Kara members and hearing their voice actors and actresses actually talk. I didn't really have a problem with that. Their voices and the choices that the studio has made, I felt were pretty natural. I didn't really have a problem with any of them, really and truly. I know a lot of persons last year were complaining about the art and how the characters are drawn and all that madness, but all in all, see, I think people were making a big deal out of nothing. The episode, yeah, probably the initial shots from the preview seemed weird compared to Ikemoto's art from the manga, but you gotta realize that the art style in the anime is more reminiscent of Kishimoto's art style, so of course there's going to be some striking differences here and there between them, essentially is what I'm saying. So yeah, that's the one thing I think persons need to realize at the end of the day. But getting back to the episode, yo, just getting that build up and seeing how things were actually organized regarding the transport of the vessel, I thought was interesting, because manga wise we didn't get so much context and build up for the events. So in the grand scheme of things, seeing how this episode played out, it kind of adds towards the process or the flow of events, making it feel a bit more natural, to say the least. The manga was a bit more to the point, in your face, kind of like, okay, we're sending X and X person to investigate this, transport that mysteriously crashed, that no nation that isn't associated with any of the 5 great nations. So it was interesting to see, and at the same time, I think with how they've kind of fleshed things out and kind of do in terms of how they do episodes like this, it kind of, not completely, but it addresses some of the problems with getting invested with the members of Kara. Because one problem, without going into too much spoilers, if you're an anime only watcher, that is, one problem I feel like the Boruto story has to date, or even to date with the manga, is Kara and their members, and there's like a layer of investment missing, if I can phrase it like that, between us, the audience, and the members of Kara, because even to this day we don't really have a solid idea of just how important the plan is to each and every member. We can make some educated guesses based on how the nature of the Kara members, given their enhance their cybernetic states, but at the same time the story hasn't really done a pretty decent job. It hasn't done a good job of really fleshing things out to say, okay, we kind of care about the conflict in the Kara group, everybody has their own goal and their own desires out of the plan, but it's kind of ambiguous is what I'm saying. So even though episodes like this don't necessarily fix that problem, it does go part way towards at least making it a bit more acceptable in terms of how this story has been executed so far. So for all intents and purposes, this episode did a good job at that. It was just fun to see the Kara members, honestly, and just generally speaking with this episode, it was a nice vibe. It was an interesting vibe, in addition to, you know, that coupled with the musical choice in this episode. We're pushing forward with some new tracks as per usual. Even going back to the Heights of the Kara actuation arc, I've been pointing out that there have been some new tracks that have been dropping that, even though, you know, you can tell they're Naruto naturally, but they're distinct to the Boruto era. Like, before the Kara actuation arc, there have been tracks here and there that, you know, have been distinct to the Boruto era, but I don't think it's been as frequent as the Kara actuation arc up to this point, where the musical, like the OST has been it's pushing forward with a different tone and vibe, which honestly helps the quality of these episodes, I'm not gonna lie. So I definitely love that. You heard me make note of it in the reaction segment, but yo, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. But we hardly got any of like Konoha or Boruto in this episode, which is fine with me. But in all honesty, as if you're a manga reader, you can tell we're building up and setting the stage for the events of, you know, adapting manga chapter 16, I believe, which should involve the fight between Naruto and Boruto, the sparring match. So we got some setup for that here. And as I said, all intents and purposes, the Boruto anime has been for the last 10, 15, well, yeah, Carl said 10, we're at 179. For the last, 10 to 14 episodes, I think he's been doing a great job. And at this point, I think this is what fans have been craving from the Boruto anime in terms of, you know, just balancing things, right? Balancing things. Yes, it started way too early, but after a million years, I think we've found the formula to actually, you know, make the Boruto anime that much, you know, better in terms of getting persons invested, I feel. So yeah, but all in all, I thought this was a solid episode. I liked it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the next episode has to bring. I didn't watch a preview, but I did do a video on the episode synopsis, which should involve Mugino. So yeah. But anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on the episode and the Kara members. Is there anything, if you're a manga reader, drop a comment and let me know if there's anything in particular you want to see fleshed out more so with the Kara members before we get to where we are now in the manga, where Sasuke continues to be abused left, right, and center. Rinnegan! So yeah. But anyway, this video should be going up pretty early. So yeah. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far, definitely leave a like and let me know what you thought about my thoughts on the episode. Definitely subscribe and share this video out. We're heading towards that 10,000 subscriber mark, so I'd really appreciate the support. So Sanji Uchiha here, guys, and I'll see you in the next Boruto video. Be sure to check out my review for 53. The live stream is available too if you missed it. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.